The motherfuckers came and blocked all of them. Oh, they kept the Quan one up, but they fucking wiped out the goddamn copyright claim. They fucking blocked worldwide that one. They blocked that one worldwide, but they left that one public. I guess they're fucking earning money off of it. That's, oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? These guys do not fucking give a shit. Fucking piece of shit. All right, you're going to re-edit it. They didn't care about the one. Okay, so check this out. I fucking used the copyright claim, where's the fair use, without the watermarks. They didn't fuck with the one with watermarks. But this might not even matter because this might be a manual claim. I believe this is a manual claim. The way to figure that out is to go to my email. If it's the same CBS employee, because I'm taunting him, I'm saying, hi, CBS. So let's see if it's manual. Yep, it's the fucking guy. He's like, all right, Joe. Let's go! Let's go to war, Joe! Let's fucking go! God damn it, man. I can't fucking believe it. Manual on all three. All right. All right, let's go to war. I'm going to fucking re-edit it, and I'm going to put the one with watermarks. I was trying to put the one without the watermarks so that you guys can fucking enjoy it better. But I guess I'll flip. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip. I'm going to go watermarks. And then when I put that one up, if they claim it again, I am going to war. We are going. Send me the DMCA, and we'll go to fucking court. Send me the fucking DMCA. Get serious about it. Because, you know, the process is they say that's ours. I say, no, it's not. And then they say, yes, it is. And then I do the thing where it's like counterclaim, and then they have to send me an actual DMCA court notice to open up legal proceedings. And then usually they don't want to do that. Usually they play chicken with you for 30 days, and that's all they really need. They only really need 5 days, 3 days to completely shut down a YouTube video. But they get 30 days, and then on that 30th day, they'll let it go. That's how this works. So I guess I'll put this intro in front of all of it. I was streaming. I was in the middle of streaming. So I'll put this intro in front of the 3 videos that you just blocked. So let's go. Fucking Halo. Our Quan out of 10. And we're doing the fucking Picard finale that you're trying to do. And I was actually saying, hey, great job on fucking Star Trek Strange New Worlds, but you want to come after that one as well. So let's fucking go. God damn, dude. This is fucking bullshit, man. All right, which one first? I guess we'll start with the first one that they fucking blocked. So here we go. Oh God. I had to wake up earlier to watch this piece of shit, and yeah, it ended very poorly as I thought it would. We're at the end of our journey of Picard Season 2, which, I mean, it couldn't get any worse than a 0 out of 10. So that was the one comforting idea. Well, I guess it could have gotten worse. Thankfully, it didn't. I mean, there was a touching scene between Picard and Q, and I guess that alone makes it better than the last series. You know, when you let the actors act, the good actors act, the good ones, and that kind of felt like a genuine moment to, if Q was at the end of his life, how would he interact with Jean-Luc Picard, and they got that right. But boy, do they wrap everything up in a happy little fucking bow at the end. It's happy. Like 15 happy moments. We got a Wheaton cameo, so he doesn't get kicked to the side. He gets his own thing.
Potential spin-off series. Are you super excited?
Oh gosh, shut up. That's
Travelers, it's going to be great.
Guys, this has been one of the worst seasons of Star Trek ever. And I wanted to make a video before this. We just didn't have time of just going through the comments and reactions. I might make one after this, leading into season 3. But this has just been filled with bad creative choices for Picard. This past trauma trope that really adds nothing to Picard as a character. By the end of the series, I thought it would add something. It doesn't. Simply depicting it, and in depicting it in an insulting way, like mental illness, not depicted in like. You look at Moon Knight, it's depicted well here. You look at Picard, it's like it's just shown. You know, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like Picard, who he is and who he was. It's completely tacked on. It feels hollow to me. I mean, it's not really connected to the greater story. I guess until this episode, really. What did it result in?
The Borg is nice.
Being finally getting over the thing
Friendship.
for Q
Friendship.
to be loved.
That's what it is, friendship.
No, to
Or
be
family.
loved, Joe. Well, I guess friendship too between Picard and Q
everyone.
and family. And the stars. RLMs, you know, the fucking writing where he goes on the 10-minute rant of literal garbage coming out of his mouth. It's words and it's whimsical, but it doesn't have any meaning. There's no substance to it. I wrote last episode, Q will have to fix everything, and this episode, Q fixes everything. So,
Yeah.
This is one where I wanted the season finale to be shorter.
So before we go into the actual episode, I have a lot to say on the previous stuff. You know, I guess I don't know if I should do it in a separate episode, just analyzing the goddamn 0 out of 10 review. I just this was really bad, and I'm just. It sucks that RLM is not gonna review Star Trek anymore. Come on, guys, don't do that. Don't be cowards. Don't fucking cop out, Mike. Get
Why
your ass
not?
back in the
They'll-
fucking chair,
they'll
man,
do it.
motherfucker. You make
I'm
content.
so mad.
You make content just like we make content. If I gotta do motherfucking season 3, you gotta do motherfucking season 3.
Come out here, I'll watch it with you, or
Yeah.
we'll go out there and I'll watch
All
it
right,
with you.
here we go.
I'll bring the
So, what? I'm just gonna give it to you, Alex. What did
Okay.
you think of this, this fucking season finale?
Originally, you know, I kept thinking that this kind of felt like bad fan fiction, but a fan fiction is not the appropriate term, because the people who are writing for the show, I don't think are fans. And like fan fiction usually takes the established world and established characters and kind of does their own story thing. And usually fan fiction is a bad thing because it's you know, there's not the expertise, and they aren't the storytelling isn't very good. And so this isn't even fan fiction because
I
you
would have
could-
took fan fiction over this.
because the people who are writing this are clearly not fans of what makes Star Trek special, of the established world, of the established characters, or anything that's going on here. And you know, I am upset that it's bad. It's just, it gets more and more depressing, and I separate myself more and more from the series because it's just
this
so
isn't Star Trek.
it's so far away from Picard and Star Trek and that universe and everything else that's going on, and it's not recognizable as
other than Weekend and Bernie's, you know, with the hey, look, they're on ships.
Puppetry.
sort of, yeah, but I mean,
There's
even
characters, you know, cameos.
you like it's the actors that you know, but I don't even buy that it's the characters that you know.
Yeah.
It's just they keep throwing things in. This is an episode where we got 5-6 storylines all ending in a nice bow with zero tension because they didn't have time. Even though it was a 50-minute long episode, they're like, oh, the drones, we gotta the drone sequence.
That was the stupidest thing. Okay, we're gonna go into individual stupid.
But that's the perfect example for this episode. This whole episode was a series of the drone story resolving itself with no tension in 3 seconds, and they go, high five, we did it.
In
And then
a ridiculous way that's nonsensical.
and then it's just over.
Yeah.
And then they move on to the next one. And the only one that is even a little bit emotionally touching, which doesn't make any
Q.
sense in my mind, is the Q thing.
Yeah.
And it's the music, and it's, you know, we still have warm and fuzzies for Patrick Stewart and the Q actor. But even then, it's just like, what? Doesn't Q have... Q has a son? Q has family. And the Q continues alive?
Oh,
and like,
yeah.
what the fuck? Like... What is this? It's like you didn't even Google Q.
Yeah.
Go to Wikipedia, go to Google.com, and if you search Wikipedia, and in the Wikipedia search bar, you go Q Star Trek, and you go Q, and then you look at the stuff. It's all you had to do in the writing room was look up what the fucking characters have established already, and then you kind of fix a lot of the things, and then the shitty curmudgeons like me at least be like, all right, well, it's just bad. This is bad.
This is bad. I have the answer on why this series is so bad. Season 2, I have it right here. This is the smoking gun. But first, let's hear from Joe as a person who hasn't.
I was gonna say
really,
like that touchy.
You haven't watched TNG.
No, I have
so
not.
You don't
So
have the context
no.
of this reverence that we have for the source material.
No, because y'all like, oh,
So
well,
what's
this was
your
a good
opinion?
part on that. I was just like, okay, this is. I don't care.
On
I
any of
honestly
this.
didn't care. No.
No.
None of these fucking
So it wasn't
characters.
compelling on its own.
No.
No.
Which is, I guess, what their intention is for new fans, right? But then also tying in, but then also trying to please all the old fans. This does neither. It does nothing
no,
for
no
Joe's
tension
new fans.
for the
Definitely
Europa.
does nothing for old fans. Fucks up what it is.
Yeah,
for old
no, there's no tension for the stupid mission for Europa thing and all this other stuff.
But why? Why doesn't this work?
The writing,
The writing.
and the characters. The writing and the characters. Without that,
And they
you
don't
don't
have
care.
either.
You just don't have anyone to connect to, so you just like looking on the outside. He's like, I don't care about
We
this.
were laughing so
Oh
much.
my god! I was gonna say, whenever I saw the Borg Queen, I saw her
When
face.
Girardi takes her helmet off, we just burst out laughing. We're like, "Oh my god,
Like, friends, like we need help,
dude!"
and-
Motherfucking original Star Trek fucking costumes look better than that fucking shit. Aliens on planets look way better.
None
than
of
that.
this was. It
It
was
was
just like
bad.
one thing after another. Like Alex was saying, it's like, all right, this is like, oh, super happy ending. Oh, super happy ending.
Yeah, I would be so embarrassed
Whatever.
if she walks on the set. I'm
I
like,
don't-
oh my gosh, who did the makeup there? All right, well, I'm gonna reveal
honestly
why
didn't care.
this season has been so bad. This Hollywood Reporter. Let me say what it is. It is the reason why this is bad is because of. God, it hurts me to say. Well, not only Kurtzman. Okay, let me start there. It's Alex Kurtzman, right?
Too much lead paint.
Too much lead paint. And then it is, unfortunately, I just say Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
This is confirmed to be a vanity project of Patrick Stewart's, where he no longer is playing Jean-Luc Picard. He's actually not playing Jean-Luc Picard, and he says so. He is playing Patrick Stewart. And when I go and I think about all the scenes that Patrick Stewart is in as Jean-Luc Picard in this series, in Season 2, he's playing Patrick Stewart. He's not playing Jean-Luc Picard. And that's why it feels so disconnected. I mean, part of the stipulation for the reason why he is doing this in the first place and coming back to the role is he wanted to play it like this. He wanted to get certain things that he dealt with in his life into the show. And of course, modern commentary and social commentary. Picard, Sir Patrick Stewart, shares Season 2 regrets and explains why he sounds slightly different in final episodes. The fact is, during the 7 years of shooting TNG, I truly began to understand that I didn't know where Patrick Stewart left off and Jean-Luc Picard began, the distinguished iconic actor explains. And if you read this article, you get further into it where he basically says, this guy, it's a shame because he's so full of himself at this point that he doesn't realize that Jean-Luc Picard is a different character from him.
So the problem was sheer fucking hubris the whole time.
Sheer fucking hubris.
How did we not see it?
Sheer fucking hubris.
Yeah, let's not stop letting the actors be the writers.
Yeah,
and,
like
He
you
says,
could've
fact
written
is, yeah,
it way
I
better
didn't know
in
where
one
Patrick
episode.
Stewart left off and Jean-Luc Picard began. Over those first few years, they just merged, and I found that I was Captain Jean-Luc Picard, becoming more and more like Patrick Stewart. So when you get these moments of character situations, or his actions, or his risk, or dangers, or there's something, those are something you recognize as a person. There is an exercise. Okay, well, he went off on a tangent there. I thought he was gonna.
He's old.
But basically, he's saying that he's not playing Picard. And Picard has certain traits that are separate from Patrick Stewart. But Patrick Stewart's sheer fucking hubris made it to where he and Picard are the same person. But eventually, in this series, he's just playing Patrick Stewart.
But
So
again, you
that's
could have
why
just
it
had like
doesn't-
one episode devoted to it with some good writers, like deal about that instead of like just having it in the background over and over and over.
Right.
Nothing really getting done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like you. we watch a bunch of bad action movies, especially in the 90s, where there's like a guy who's a hacker, right? He opens the command prompt and he's just like doing things away, and anyone who's ever used a computer before is like, that is not at all how this works. Like, what the fuck is this? I gotta hack the mainframe. I'm in the Gibson right now, and that's what the writers for this show feel like. It's like, well, I mean, kinda. This kinda resembles sort of science fiction, but like, you have no fucking idea.
Science fiction is not magic. It's not fucking like every doodad that does every goddamn thing. What makes good science fiction, okay, science fiction is magic, but what makes good science fiction and what makes Star Trek is that it seems like it'd be reality. It is linked to reality. My God, Star Trek actually shapes some of our fucking future tech that we have now. So, you know,
do we have the thing that does anything from season 1? You remember that thing? I like that thing.
So when you combine poor writing with a vanity project, with an actor who's reprising his role and not even bringing Luke Picard back to life, he's just playing Patrick Stewart, you get what we got. And honestly, you know, a lot of people say, you know, William Shatner is full of himself. He's difficult to work with. But at least that motherfucker who's full of himself plays his fucking character when the lights come on. Patrick Stewart's like, nah, man, I am Captain Picard. Picard is Patrick Stewart. I will be playing Patrick Stewart in this. I don't know, man. It just sucks. I still love Patrick Stewart. I still think Picard is my favorite captain, but not from Star Trek Picard. Not the Star Trek Picard, who is not Picard. He is
he's got removed from the top.
He died. Anyways, so let's jump in. So Picard sees bullet holes in his fucking house, and he's like, that means time is being restored? What?
They're on the right path.
They're on the right path to maybe I don't know.
Like
you know,
so
the writers wrote it. You know, the path is so we had to do this 2 Renees, one who dies, one who lives. And I wrote down here, is this gonna be fucking figurative? Like, you know, is this?
That's what I was thinking.
Is this gonna be something? Because, like, what do you mean 2 Renees? No Picard is gonna die here. So, which Picard died?
I forgot her name.
Which Picard died?
What was her name? The Watcher.
No Picard.
No, she didn't really die.
No Renee died. Yeah. 2 Renee. 1 Renee needs. No Renee died.
A Watcher with infinite magic universe tech can't use a latex glove.
Was her surname Renee? Was her middle name or
she was fake Renee.
She was fake Renee.
And the neurotoxin that her tricorder that can heal everything can't heal this, and she doesn't have gloves, and she can't do fake things, and she can't pretend
figurative.
What
Renee
the fuck?
dies.
Also, you forgot a really important part of this episode. They spend a long time cleaning the chateau of butterflies. Because, remember, Rios specifically says, I've cleaned up every butterfly I can. Now, I've definitely knocked up this doctor already, and I've shown her son a spaceship in France
kidding me?
And the
killed
Borg,
all these fucking people. The police officer in France.
But we found these cool rocks, and I removed all the butterflies. It's like, what about all those people that died? Oh, fuck them.
No, we got the tricorders and the broken phaser. Everything's all right. Time will be great. While there's fire in the back. There's fire in the background.
And corpses of Borgs, and there's people inside the walls of the basement. Yeah. There are Borg people that are mixed in with the mortar in the basement.
This show doesn't care.
Just draw some horns. They're gargoyles.
This show doesn't care.
They're gargoyles.
There's a line, we'll get to it when I get in the summary here, that makes that even more ridiculous. Will Wheaton says the line. Ugh. Anyways, so these should work a lot like your tricorders, okay? So we go into the time protectors, and she's like, here, take these. My technology should work like yours. And then Rafi, of course, I need something to do, so I'm the greatest tech. And she uses it, and she knows exactly what to search in less than 5.5 seconds. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
I can't even take OJ's phone and use it's like we both have Android phones. I'd pick it up and it's like, where the fuck are all your goddamn things?
But no, completely different race with completely different era technology. Okay. So Picard goes with her to stop her from sacrificing herself.
What are you doing? You were supposed to be here.
She's going to be the Renee, just a fake Renee. So with her little hologram that she uses to hide her ears. Does he love her because she looks like Laris?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fucking stupid. Okay. Because she's not Laris now. This is, I forget her name. It's Talar or something.
Yeah, this is like I forgot her name.
She's not Laris. Did the show forget that she's not Laris? Or is she fucking Laris, I was thinking. Maybe they'll reveal that the Laris that we know is actually the same person, the time traveler, but no, that doesn't happen. So, anyways, the team beams in. So while they beam to the launch, the team that we all love, I love Seven, but the fucking team, Rios
goes to the lab.
Goes to the lab.
It's a trap.
And Sung tricked them, and but they find his backup plan behind a wall. But Sung knew that they would be there, so why not kill them with a bomb that explodes instead? No, instead it's a backup plan of drones
this is a happy,
used
nice
to destroy.
ending.
I know. And so anyway, Laris confronts Renee. If you fly far enough, you'll find your mother. She says this line to convince her that she knows her and she's known her all her life. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, does everyone have a tragic backstory in this fucking series? It is goddamn comedic at this point. It's like, yeah, you're searching for your mother.
I was honestly
and
thinking
like, really?
We need a cameo from Mark Wahlberg. Say hi to your
Yeah.
mother. for me.
Does
Say hi to your
exactly.
mother
Does
for me.
every fucking Picard have trauma with their goddamn mother that shapes their goddamn fucking personality
Picard
and what they
moms are
do?
terrible.
Nobody has any fucking,
No, because Patrick Stewart wrote
self,
this.
whatever.
Well, she also forgot
So-
that she can warg. Because, I mean, I know that she used to warg. Every time that we saw her, she could warg into people pretty much at will and control them. I mean, I think
That was
warging.
stupid
warging
fucking shit. She could do that at any time with Song. That's why none of this makes sense.
she
Nobody
sees him and
gives
she's
a
just like,
fucking
all of a
shit.
sudden his eyes roll back and he's just like, yeah, I'm going to be a dick and I'm going to donate all my money to charity. And he's going to walk off into the ocean like, a Kate Chopin character. And then just everyone is fine.
So Renee trusts a stalker because she's nice to her. Like, literally, all the things she's telling her is all the moments in her life. She's like, you've been with me all the fucking moments of my life.
Here's a
And,
necklace.
like, that would fucking shake you to your core that 10 minutes later I'm supposed to do this very complicated launch and take my mission fucking seriously.
Her depression is completely and totally cured through the power of Patrick Stewart. If Patrick Stewart talks to you for 30 seconds, all
fucking
your mental
cured.
illness goes away.
Yeah, and we're not talking Jean-Luc Picard. We're talking Patrick Stewart.
Oh, man, yeah.
Raffi hacks the drones for Rios just in time, and then Rios inexplicably slams one drone into the other three. And that's fine if I guess they don't show it, but they show it, and it's like, no. You slammed one, and then the other one just so happened to fly into the other one, and then the other one explodes, causing the other one to explode?
Magic.
He's
Magic.
he's really good.
Writing. We got to wrap all this
Yes,
shit
just
up.
like I
But why
planned it.
even write it like that?
Just like I planned it.
Just fucking disable all the fucking drones. Whatever. Laris then dies because she takes the form of Renee. So
Yes.
that is the second Renee that needed to die. But why did she need it to die like that? I wrote. It's because she has these powers. It's just so
Because
stupid.
they said one Renee must. I
It's
know.
just to distract Song long enough. But there's other ways to fucking do that. And then I notice as she's dying, I'm like, are her ears CGI? Like, if you stare at her ears, they have this weird, motion effect to them in front of her hair. At this point, I'm going to fucking nitpick the shit out of
No,
this. You're going to
no,
waste my
that's
fucking
what I'm
time.
saying.
I'm going to waste your fucking time, and I'm going to fucking tear this shit apart. So Song fucking has lost, and he's pissed off. And this fucking series is not content with fucking destroying all the good aspects of Star Trek lore with their fucking shittiness and fucking diarrhea. They want to ruin something else. So Song is so pissed off, he's so distraught, and at his wit's end, he pulls out a folder from his fucking briefcase called what? What's the fucking folder called?
Quan. The worst thing possible.
Project Khan. Are you serious? Are we gonna fucking ruin that now too? So we're gonna ruin the Borg. Now we're gonna come and ruin Picard. Now we're gonna ruin fucking Khan. Is that what they were fucking alluding to? Please tell me that
needed a
it's
hook.
not something
They
else.
needed a hook.
That makes no sense.
Who better
Okay.
for the fucking the bad guy? What if we got to get the band back together?
Yes.
And we need fucking Geordi and Riker's coming back. He's got his whole fucking brass section. Gates McFadden is back.
to fight Khan?
Khan.
So now, oh my God! Please don't
Montalban.
tell me
Where the
that.
fuck is Montalban?
I know, right? He's still alive, right?
I don't think so, but
Oh,
I don't think
fuck.
the writers know or care. We will just use his
CGI.
fucking corpse.
Shit, man! I hope this
CGI.
doesn't fucking
He's
happen.
a hologram.
That might be season
Tupac.
3. Maybe this was the fucking seed for season 3. I don't know, man. This is fucking. There's 2 seeds for season 3. This and then the whole. We'll get there later. So anyway, Corey was deleting all his files, and that's how he got so desperate.
And he threw
pulled
his
out Project
bourbon at all
Khan.
of his pee jars.
I want to kill myself. You've already ruined the Borg with the Borgati or whatever the fuck they are
So
now.
funny,
As if
though.
you haven't ruined every good aspect of Star Trek. Now you want to fuck with Khan. I can't. Then we get the pathetic Will Wheaton cameo.
Travelers.
And all he does is show how fucking stupid and how none of it makes sense with his dialogue. He says, "Last time I told a joke, I completely changed and ruined history." So I gotta be careful with how I interact.
You didn't like his
have to
line
say
delivery?
Are you fucking serious? Meanwhile, this show, people are getting murdered left and right. They're creating butterflies, so goddamn many, and nothing happens. But yet, back in
One
the other one,
joke.
when there was actual tension, when there was actual stakes, one joke fucking caused a fucking
Was it at least a good joke?
crisis. No.
No.
Anyways,
Aw.
but yeah, he felt like he walked off the set of, what is it said, before the Trek or after the Trek or something, his little series, and then walked on. But I don't know. How is Will Wheaton supposed to act in
No,
Wesley
better than
Crusher? Crusher, I guess, no, he just feels like Will Wheaton instead of Wesley Crusher, but that's fine. Maybe they needed the Traveler to just stand next to him, just so, I don't know. But it turns out that he's a watcher, too. And then the Traveler, and they're called the Travelers, and they use gold teleporters just to show the dumbass audience that this isn't a fucking, Federation teleporter. It's a
No. Okay.
better teleporter. So it's gold.
Got
I don't know.
diamonds,
It's just
son.
like the teleporters
So he
from the
recruits
ship
her.
are green,
Yeah, he just
even though
recruits
that's
her. He's
not
like, hey, you
how
need to be on my team.
that ship teleports the Borg. By the way, if she has access to the ship's fucking teleporters in the last episode for that battle scene, at any time she could have teleported the entire fucking crew, 7 of 9, into goddamn space, and Rios and Patrick Stewart.
This is paramount.
Doesn't. All right. Anyways, the only butterfly that they could find, and this is where Alex was saying, this is when it happens, they can find are tricorders and broken phasers. They don't want to leave any of those behind because and then, 7 of 9 talks about how she's a Borg. She's like, whatever. But it's the exact same Borg implants. So you're telling me Girardi ate enough car batteries to give her the exact same implants that she had before in the locations, because her eyes, when she was a Borg, this is stuff that they couldn't rip out of her when she was a Borg. But here, she's not a Borg. She gets stabbed in the stomach. But then the Borg implants are the exact same prosthetics they've been using for decades.
It cost money
when
for
it
prosthetics.
should have been
They
something
had it
new
already.
having to do
No,
with her mortal
They already
injury.
had it, so we gotta reuse it.
It's like it smells. Oh God, please don't put it on.
It's like, wait, I got stabbed.
Do I get some cool new
I
looking
got stabbed
prosthetics?
in the stomach.
No.
What do I need? No, just put it. Same thing.
Because lithium, car battery ions, she didn't have enough. Well, then why doesn't her Borg Girardi does assimilations, but they're not the technical Borg simulations. They're the green CGI bullshit with black eyes. But yet, all of a sudden, she has enough nanos stored up to whatever.
She got the nanos from the ship
Anyways.
because she, you
Yeah.
just missed it.
And
Shut
then
up.
at this moment, Seven kisses the worst character in Star Trek. and forcing this fucking relationship.
So what's going on
I don't
between
know.
us?
I
huh?
just see
So,
two actresses like giggling about the fact that they get to kiss each other and they really like each other. And it's two actors filming something in a scene, not 7 of 9 in a emotional relationship.
Again,
with
I don't care about the characters. 'Cause
somebody
there's
she
no,
fell in love.
There's no
'cause
chemistry
Rafi
built between
has
them.
no
There's-
redeeming
there's
qualities
nothing.
whatsoever. And then Picard replaces a key. While they're kissing, he replaces a key, and Q congratulates him for choosing the Jean-Luc that he is, because he
So
could have ruined everything.
You're telling me that they use the same locks for 400 years in the chateau?
Yes.
And every time they replace the doors, they use the exact same locks that a skeleton key in a fucking brick wall will unlock forever? There's no technology in
It's a master key.
even if they're like, no, we want to
chateau is
restore it to its original thing.
original.
You have the same fucking locks.
Yes.
You have cylinders.
It is the
Now-
master key.
The master skeleton key. Now he can finally
What
be
was
loved.
that?
I got it. I plugged in my
Okay.
card. I'm just so done with this series. I don't give a fuck. We're just talking at this point. I'm not reviewing.
No, it's fucking dumb.
Okay, so now he can be finally loved because he did this. He can be loved now.
To be loved.
You can be loved
To
with
be
trauma. You know this, right? You don't need to completely come to terms with all your trauma in order to be worthy of love.
So-
but it's more like he
What about
now
when he got married?
believes he is ready for love. That's why he kicked aside Beverly and didn't explore his feelings for. Well, that's not true, because the one thing I can hold on to is that he did have a life with Beverly.
He did.
In one episode and an entire lifetime, because unfortunately this series is heading where I don't want it to head.
Well-
He ends up with Lars. We'll get there, so I'm going to hold on to that. Anyway, so now he can be really loved.
Jean-Luc Picard lived for 40 years,
Yeah.
in his mind,
Yeah.
for 40 years with a wife and had children
Yeah.
and was part of city council, and
Yeah.
he
With
loves his
Beverly
wife.
Crusher.
Well, not with his Beverly Crusher, with an inner light.
Oh, that's right.
He
Okay,
lives an
my
entire
fault.
life being loved by family, having children, and they're just like, no, you're not worthy of love. It's like, well, what about that one time where he?
Nope.
Is
Okay.
worthy of love. That
Okay.
kind of completely invalidates the fact that.
Don't think about it.
Anyways, Q basically tells Jean-Luc that he's his friend, and he's got one last surprise for him. And I like this scene. Q doesn't want Jean-Luc to die alone, essentially, and he wants him to experience love. And he's his favorite. Gods have favorites, and that makes sense. Fine, I like it. But right before that, Rafi fucking pretends to be able to kill Q. It's like, get your fucking hands off Q, man.
I hate Rafi so much.
So much.
This scene was fine. Like, I don't necessarily
the writers are
love.
pretending. The writers make Q entertain the idea she can kill him. I'm so weak right now. You can probably kill me. No, she's so pointless. Rio says that he's staying. He's like, is everybody ready to go back? Is everybody ready for me to make none of this fucking matter? And I'm like, yes. And Rio says, no.
Shocker.
Gotta get my dick wet.
Yep.
We kissed one time. I'm definitely in love forever.
Okay, I guess. Fuck it. You're just gonna stay behind, but butterflies.
Butterflies in the sky.
You just can. Okay. Fuck it. Q and Jean-Luc hug. Q and Patrick Stewart hug. Q snaps his fingers and presumably dies at that moment, and he's back on the ship.
In the
Picard's
very
back on the
beginning.
ship, and the very first thing he does is start daydreaming again in this extremely critical moment.
what he does
back to his
best.
mother and all those bad acting and fucking terribly handled mental trauma, and then from hit he cancels the auto-destruct sequence. So that's why, because the song is playing. And Girardi's dumb face gets revealed, and it is hilarious.
Yes, it was.
And then all of a sudden, why is she there? Because that's a galactic event. What? There's apparently a galactic event, and this galactic
They
event
need help.
is, I don't know, a fucking beam that fires? What? Okay, fine, whatever. 7 of 9 is instantly made captain of the Stargazer in Rio's absence. One of the crew members is like, where's Rio? So shut up! Shut the fuck up! You never heard of who Rios is! He never existed. One good character's gone! You're stuck with all these fucking people.
Get back to work.
Get back to work.
He's like, oh my god.
Okay.
Fuck me then, huh? I'm just trying to find out what the fuck is
Right,
going
my
on.
fucking
My
captain.
captain left. We got
Shut up!
Old man yelling at me. He's daydreaming.
But I do, okay, I guess the second thing I do like is 7 of 9 being made a captain of a ship, right? And it's kind of cool as a stargazer, but not a real expanse. All right,
By
fine,
default.
whatever.
So you're getting
By
invaded by the
default.
Borg. In this timeline, do they know who the Borg is? Since there was a kinder, gentler Borg, and there was no
No,
other
nobody knows this Borg is kinder or gentler except for the crew and Stargazer, and half the
How
crew
do
on
they
the
not
Stargazer
know?
don't even
so
know that.
the admiral, the senile admiral, goes, "I'm going to make
Cancel
this Borg
this."
lady the
Yeah.
captain now. We are definitely not being
Yeah, the other
coerced by the
ships
Borg."
the other ships communicate. We're gonna assume you're compromised. From all their actions, there aren't any motherfucking
Yeah,
compromise.
you know, I'm
I
gonna make
don't
this
see
Borg
the
lady.
Federation doing all this stuff. It's like there's literally no explanation because that's just the way it's written. Everybody instantly accepts that the Borg are now their friends and they have joined the Federation because Picard says so in an instant, and there's no dissenting at all. Because she wants to harmonize the fleet shields. They want to be in harmony.
You like that thing?
We have to be in harmony to harmonize.
Our truths need to align.
Our truths need to align. Our
Friends for eternity.
dun, 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 dun.
It wasn't very kind of the Borg to not get consent before penetrating the dashboard.
They got consent from Picard, and then Picard gave her consent to penetrate all of the other ships.
Yeah, but she was after.
Yeah,
Is
She
that-
got
and then
forced away
and then
in.
she uses their warp drives to warp them in grid formation. Bup, 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 bup. And they have this big scene where then the galactic event spits its fucking beam at
can't
him
forget
for no
about
fucking
the,
reason.
there's
But
one that
the
wasn't
Excelsior
working.
was fucking it up.
Oh,
as
no.
always.
Exactly.
What
Fucking
happened?
Excelsior.
So instead of the captain of the Excelsior communicating in, it's Elnor!
Yeah, the fucking
That's the
idiot.
surprise.
You know why he fucked it up, though? Because he's a fucking moron who chops people's heads off, and he only was
he
in the
doesn't know how to
academy for
harmonize
1
shields.
year. He was only in the academy for 1 fucking year,
He's
and
a
he doesn't know how to
cadet.
do anything except murder people. So, of course, he fucked up the thing that could end all life in the galaxy.
Even though
Fuck Elrond.
harmonizing the shields is done completely by the Borg and has nothing to do with Elnor. But okay,
Well, we have to
just
show him.
needed to show Elnor.
They
And he's
had to
alive.
recalibrate,
He's on the Excelsior.
right? Something's going on with the shields. They
Oh,
said
they
we
had
got to
to recalibrate.
recalibrate.
Calibrate and
Yeah.
recalibrate.
I was like, all right.
Collaborate and listen.
He's
She
just
harmon-
turning the wheels. The guy in the back's not
Let me
doing
just
anything.
ask this. Why is she putting the whole fucking fleet at risk and her ship at risk? Why doesn't she just jump away? She literally puts herself in the way. And I guess the way they filmed it is they show all the planets and stuff behind her. But when you look at the beam and the direction, it wouldn't have hit anything. It wouldn't have hit.
It said it would
those
have
planets.
lost like 50%.
Okay, fine.
She
It
wants
would've-
to join-
It would have destroyed the entire sector and lost billions of lives.
Yes.
Girardi, you saved billions. That's why our audience watching right now should like you even more than they already do.
I think it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend type thing, because they don't know what threat's coming through the space butthole. And since there's something potentially really bad coming through the butthole,
Yeah.
probably Quan, and then now she'll be need to,
The
ally.
thing is about to blow. It fires a beam at them. Couldn't they just dodge it? No, because they showed the planets
they
behind
block
them.
it.
I guess the beam would have eventually stopped in the middle of the sector and then emanated outward and blew everything up in the whole sector. Anyways, it's a trans-warp conduit, the first of its kind, or whatever, the second of its kind. Girardi wants to be the guardian of the gates, mister. I guess they will go exploring inside in season 3. That's what I'm thinking here. You're gonna go exploring inside. We're gonna throw Khan in there or something. I don't fucking know. Guinan has. So we're done with that. That's how it resolves. The Borg-Jardi are now going
Didn't
to be
go
the
to the
guardians
bar.
of the gate and do nothing else.
You forgot the bar scene.
I didn't forget the
Oh,
guy.
okay, I
Sorry.
thought-
Guinan has a picture of Rios the whole time. Ricardo healed the oceans. Their son. So their son grew up. Ricardo healed the ocean and cleaned the sky. I thought it was Renee. Well, I guess Renee allowed it to happen.
She finds an
and then it
organism
was
that
Ricardo that
eats
did it.
plastic and oil and
So that's why
CO2.
he needed to stay back in time,
To save.
Rios, to
Earth.
inspire his
His son.
stepson. Stepson.
right.
That He needed to
call him
heal
his
the
son.
ocean and clean the side. Sure, you could do that. Ricardo's auntie Renee. What? Why is so? Renee Picard is his aunt? No, I guess it's auntie is a term of endearment.
How do they know each other?
I guess they got together eventually, and that's why. What?
Kinky.
Huh? So, anyways, Rio dies in a bar fight.
Cool.
Smoking
in.
a cigar. A Moroccan bar fight. Okay. Picard says and does a cheer to family. Did he ever do this with his old crew? No. They deserved it far more, but he calls this new crew family.
What about the song? He has a song.
Huh? Whatever. But honestly, I like the original ending with his original family. 5-card stud, nothing wild, and the sky's the limit. And he doesn't need this fucking say, we're family.
Actually, the last time he gave a toast, they knew that he was being body snatchered.
Huh?
There was a TNG episode where he talks about, we give a toast, and they're
I
like,
thought
holy
you-
shit, that's not him.
Yeah, I know. They were suspicious because they're family now. Anyways, Picard
Diesel.
goes to Laris in the final scene here. He goes to the real Laris. No explanation for why fake Laris looked like Laris. Are we just not going to address that?
Oh, everyone looks exactly like their ancestors.
No, I'm being serious.
Everyone looks like their ancestors.
It's never even talked about. She's an ancestor. I guess she is the ancestor of Laris.
Yeah. Everyone. All the songs look exactly the same. I wanted Renee to
So
be
lazy,
Patrick
man.
Stewart with a blonde wig.
I can't even take
so
this
bad.
shit. I can't even take this shit. No, that's what
I
it
would
should
love
have
it.
been.
I would give it a 10.
I'll give it a 10.
I would give it a 10.
I don't know if I could go on this mission. I have trauma with my mother. I'm always looking for her. So if I go really far in space, I'll find her.
It's like, she out there?
Dead body floating in space. So Picard asks for a second chance with Laris. She smiles and she agrees. So he won't be with Beverly. I guess that's just my fan fiction. I want him to be with Beverly. I thought originally he was with Beverly, but it wasn't. They explored something for a little bit, and then they just stopped.
Weren't they married at one point?
That's why I was saying. I thought it was the episode.
In the final
but
episode.
That was a different...
I think there's a
No,
line.
I think there's a different reality where he does marry Beverly. I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to remind me. Look, I don't get paid, and I don't have the goddamn motherfucking license to Star Trek. If I did, I would fucking look up the lore and
But
look
even
up
then,
the
they have
previous
a fucking
episodes
laptop.
that
They
these
could do that.
fucking writers never did.
They
I
could
can look it up in
Google.
5 minutes. Alex can fucking look it up in 5
They
minutes.
did, yeah, they did.
See?
That's
Because
what I thought.
In the final episode, I do remember of TNG. There's like, oh, your ex-wife.
Yes.
And then, so it's like, yeah, they were married and they were together for
That's
a time.
what I fucking...
Yeah.
No, I knew it. Anyways, so I'm just going to have to keep that as my headcanon because, no, he wants to be with a character they introduced in Star Trek Picard, who her fucking husband mysteriously dies the previous season. She starts with a husband. Are they literally his slaves? Did he just fucking marry his slave or fall in love with his slave?
Thomas
That's what
Jefferson.
just fucking happened.
She's a volunteer.
She works. I know, but they work for him, and then her husband mysteriously dies as she poisoned him because she got
Picard
the hots
poisoned
for
him.
Picard.
Picard probably did.
Yeah. Here, try this wine.
It was his trauma did it, not him. But now that he's over his trauma, he's a good guy. Anyways, and then it, for no apparent reason, turns into bad CGI. Like the fucking but not only that, but the background when they're in the house turns into CGI, and then the bad CGI. I don't know what is going on.
It was an homage to
They
TNG.
didn't finish.
You don't get it. It was an homage to how bad the CGI was
No.
in TNG.
Did they
Oh,
run
was
out
it?
of money?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
'cause,
what
like,
happened.
She's like, I made this for you. I was like, what, in a computer?
Yeah.
This is terrible CGI.
She repaired.
I was like, this doesn't
Did
look
you
good.
notice a lot of the dialogue was ADR'd in? So if you'll take when people the reverse shot and their mouth is moving, it's not matching what that. But they think because it's hidden, you won't notice. And I think it happened during the Will Wheaton scene. It happened at the end with Picard when he's talking to the Borg. But that might have been from this interview where his voice was really weak and hoarse because he says that was smoke on the set and he has this thing. with
Fucking
smoke.
Rios
But I
constantly
think
with
it's
them
'cause
cigars.
He's just an older guy, and he didn't want to have to ADR it because he's like, well, I should be weak in that moment, et cetera, et cetera. But I think they eventually did ADR it. Anyways, guys, let's give final verdict for this particular episode.
Man, the highest I could probably give this is a 2.
Alex.
Yeah, a 2 for me because there's no tension. Everything was pretty laughable. The Borg
Ridiculous.
is stupid.
Stupid.
The Raffi love scene, pointless.
Yeah.
Contributed nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing in this.
No,
thing.
it's all pointless.
This whole series is pointless.
I hate it. It really-
The highest.
okay.
Yeah.
Alex, no need to explain further, Joe. Just give
It's
it a
like what
fucking
we
2.
just did.
Yeah, I don't think this functioned. I mean, if we're gonna go like it played. But yeah, this isn't good TV. I think it's weird dialogue, poor writing, zero tension, too many storylines coming together, all in a neat package that doesn't make any sense. It completely, totally betrays characters and the established universe. So I think a 2 is appropriate. I think this is awful television. It's just it didn't commit the cinema sins, the insane cinema sins of some of the previous ones. But this is still really bad TV.
Yep.
I was very disappointed that when Girardi's, fucking helmet came off, she didn't go, if you consent, your truth will be respected and your individualness and truth will be respected in our cooperative safe space. Resistance will be respected. Resistance is perfectly acceptable. We're sorry if we interrupted your day.
Everyone died.
And then everyone
Took
died.
too long.
All right, anyways, it's a 2. It's a 2 out of 10. And the only reason why I'm giving it a fucking 2 is because the only fucking actor that is doing his fucking job is Q, and he actually fucking manages to make the touching scene between him and Picard when Patrick Stewart bothers to even act like fucking Picard. It's a vanity project, and Seven gets to be captain. But it's a fucking vanity project. The creative decisions of mental trauma is not only depicted poorly, but it's actually fucking insulting. I am offended by it. It is fucking garbage, and it resulted in fucking nothing. It adds nothing to Picard's character. No. The reason why it adds nothing is Patrick Stewart had trauma in his childhood, and he wanted to inject it in Picard because Picard and Patrick Stewart are the same. No, they're not! Sir Patrick Stewart, do your fucking job. When you go to work, you fucking act. You don't just fucking go on set and be like, I'm the best and I'm just going to act like me because everybody loves me anyway. No. Okay? Even William Shatner does his goddamn job, and that guy is full of himself. But not at the level that Patrick Stewart apparently is. Sir Patrick Stewart, I'm sorry. This whole series has been garbage. Where was Picard's brother, by the way, the whole
He has no
fucking
brother.
time? He has no brother. They didn't bother to look
Q has
that
family,
up.
too.
There's no mental illness pills in the future. They never fucking specify what her mental illness is. She just randomly walks around the halls and kills herself in a future where she didn't need to. The Picards are fucking pieces of shit if they didn't give her the help that she needed because it clearly was there.
But they wanted you, so they're trying to simultaneously have this take place in the 24th century and in 1940, because it's the Patrick Stewart thing. He's like, well, I want it to feel like we're in World War II. It's like, well, you're not.
Yeah.
This actually takes place
Yeah,
here. So
His
this
so
mother
that's what
is not
I
in
get
1940.
confused.
His mother had access to the fucking thing, and he always imagines his mother older. She's older in TNG. She's young here. She's young when she died. Why is she older in TNG? They do a throwaway line. I always imagined my mother older. Why? It's because the writers are fucking this up.
He had a Snapchat filter.
His father has hair when he die, or when he's seen there. No, it's fine. Whatever. Just fuck everything. Fuck this. It doesn't. It's not TNG. It's not Star Trek. It's a different show that they wanted to write for, but they wanted to use the Star Trek skin. You know what I mean? And then we got this and the characters. So I have no fucking hope for season 3. I thought that maybe they'll completely abandon all this bullshit, and I hope they do. They do say that the season 3 is going to be a completely different thing. I guarantee you they're going to go into the hole. It's the road trip crew. The old crew is probably going to get on a ship, go through the hole, and and this threat, because the Borg Jurati says that it's clearly a threat behind all this. Okay, from my calculations, there is a threat there, but we just don't know.
It's a Ferengi.
So
Send her in there.
send her in there.
No, we have to send the geriatric crew
Why
because
doesn't a Borg Jurati help them in the last episode before they go? I guess she does. She does here, so that's fine.
I just can't take her seriously.
No.
Looks terrible. Well, is there anything you liked in it?
this episode,
Yeah.
not particularly.
I also want to say one more thing. I was so upset by 7 of 9 saying Starfleet was prejudiced against her, because I know it was just some writer in the room
On the
writing
last
it
episode?
against the fact that she's a minority or different or something in that universe, and to make a social point. It's ridiculous, because they don't even know their own fucking lore. Last season, you don't even have to look up TNG, right? That it's ridiculous from TNG, because Icheb was in TNG and he was a Borg that got accepted to Starfleet. But they forgot their own last season. Season 1. You know the guy on the fucking medical bed getting his eye ripped out because this is a darker Star Trek and they want to show more of that was Icheb. That was motherfucking Icheb, and he was Starfleet. He was a Borg Starfleet.
Yeah, but they didn't make her captain because
In
she's a
their
woman.
own fucking lore, they forgot that Starfleet accepted Icheb, who they used in season 1 in Starfleet.
They don't watch their own show.
And 7 of 9 was not accepted to Starfleet. Whatever. I just, and then one final thing, because the writing has been so bad, I couldn't believe it. I'm keep going back to that 0 out of 10 because it fucking lingers. It's taking up space in my mind.
It's fucking horrible.
Because, get this, this is an actual line that was said to the Borg Queen. And she talks to the Borg Queen so efficiently and so masterfully that she changes her entire fucking search for perfection and the whole Borg consciousness, right? She goes, "Your top shelf, overreaching, Icarus level arrogance." Girardi. I'm nuts. Your top shelf, overreaching, Icarus level arrogance. I don't think I could write a line that bad if I tried. Hack writers, man. There's my notification. So, come. That's actually original, man.
I tried to forget the last
Oh, I wish.
episode.
All right.
It is not worth
That's it. I'm sorry. I just use this as a therapy session. Very.
What about your
somber,
thoughts on the
very
whole
somber.
season?
Yeah. So thank you. So let's go ahead and do the entire season as a whole, and with this, not only are you taking into account the individual episodes, but where this is in Star Trek in comparison to the other. Well, Joe. But,
I don't know where this is in the Star
mean.
Trek universe, but this is a show is fucking terrible. I'm gonna give this a 3. Don't want anyone to watch it. If you watch it, I'm
This
sorry.
season of 3,
Yes.
get out of my house.
It should be lower.
Get out of my house. Get out.
Bye, guys.
Get out.
Yeah, don't want to watch it. It is a fucking waste of time.
Joe, get out of my house.
Science fiction is often.
Alex, do you want to get out of my house?
Oh, I do. For what you want me to watch more Star Trek? I'd love to fucking leave.
Oh, yeah. We're going
Yeah.
to watch more Star Trek.
Yeah, I would love to fucking leave
Star
right now.
Trek
So
New
do not
Worlds.
tempt me. I'll give this a 10 out of 10 and just go fucking
Okay,
home.
stay.
Science fiction is often written by absolutely brilliant men like Asimov, Philip K. Dick, Carl Sagan have written some amazing sci-fi. And if you aren't good enough or smart enough, if your brain isn't fully functioning, if everyone in your life doesn't really actually love you and they just don't care enough about you to tell you to get out, go work for CBS. You can get the participation
get the job.
trophy
You too.
writing
You can get
job.
control of Star Trek.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying
I looked up these writers.
that they are like piss-soaked, gutter-dwelling troglodytes, and like the only joy they could bring me is if they fucking left the Earth. but I'm also not saying that. Okay.
These writers did 911.
The
There is
Mummy,
one writer,
not the good one, the bad Mummy.
And then there is one writer who's this lady. She did a few. She wrote for a few of the books, but she's probably the one getting talked over. She's like the only one that's probably like, okay, you probably want to put in the line about how Patrick Stewart says he always imagined his mother older because she was seen as older. So if she died when she's young, that wouldn't make sense. They're like, just shut up. Go in your corner. Fine, we'll do it.
Yeah. So I don't think this has almost any value to anyone, even new fans. I don't, unless you're, some people seriously, and I have no contempt for you, but if you seriously sit down and you just watch things without thinking and you see the mouths moving and you're having a good time, that is something that I don't respond to. That's not something that I can do.
Yeah,
some people
I
like
wanna
the new
do
Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah.
Those are some of the dumbest things that have ever been put on the screen.
I kind of like a little
Yeah, but you can't think about them because
that's why I identify with that. I understand.
So there is that.
I want to be entertained.
I cannot do that because this is a property that I used to love.
Yeah.
These are characters that I used to love, and I do love science fiction. So I don't get it. I just don't. This has no value for me whatsoever. It played. There was a story, and it eventually finished. So I'm gonna give this a 2. I think that it only gets those few points because
some of the episodes weren't
the pictures
that bad.
win.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, the
Yeah.
first, second episode.
There was a
Yeah.
couple things that
That's why-
worked. So
All right.
I mean, but I don't think that of all anything can be art, but not this.
Okay, it goes against my fucking knee-jerk reaction to give this, a higher rating as fucking 3, because
because I was taking into account,
No,
like, look, there
you're
was a
right.
couple episodes that were fine,
Yeah.
but the fucking
so
lows.
so how
were
many
fu-
episodes is this? 10, and we had maybe 2 good episodes. And if you think about what this does to Star Trek, this is canon. This happened. This is what there is for people when they're done with TNG and they move on to this, and this happens. No, it's not a fucking 3. I'm sorry. No.
I needed Q
yes,
to snap his
I
fingers.
can't. I wanted to do like you. I'm gonna give
Well,
1
no,
point
that's
for
fine,
one
because,
episode,
again-
1 point for the second episode, and 1 point for Q's fucking work on the
But again,
series.
though,
So 3, right?
I don't watch
no!
Star Trek. You do, so I get it.
Yeah. No. And I understand it 2 out of 10, but when I factor in the meta, when I factor in where this factors in on the Star Trek list,
In the garbage.
it's in the fucking garbage. It's a 1. A 1 out of 10, and you're lucky I'm not giving it a fucking 0. It's because of you add up all the little individual pieces that sometimes resemble Trek when they weren't going, space is magic, and don't worry, people teleport and resolve in magical ways because it's sci-fi. That's not smart sci-fi. That's lazy fucking sci-fi. That's shitty writing. And this show is the epitome of shitty fucking writing.
Sci-fi for dumb people.
Shitty writing, sci-fi for dumb people. I hate it.
As you should.
Your top shelf, overreaching, Icarus level ignorance.
Sheer fucking you.
Goldsman and there's Goldsman and Kurtzman. Your top shelf, overreaching, Icarus level ignorance has now ruined the Borg, ruined Patrick Stewart, and I don't know what the fuck is coming in season 3. It's a 1 out of 10, and I don't even want to give it that. I want to give it a 0 again, but whatever. On the whole, if we're talking about the series, one conveys my contempt for this. So, 1 out of 10. Guys, when I think about season 3,
It's scary.
can it get worse than this?
Oh yeah, it can get
'Cause
way
now
much
you're
worse.
fucking with
Khan.
Worf,
Khan.
They can't just not.
They can't
show
just show that and then
exactly.
not he's coming back
He's
in
got
some
to
way.
do something.
His dead body. I am Khan.
Is he
And
still
then
gonna have
Picard
those
will be like,
chesticles?
Khan! And then William Shatner will be like, what the fuck, man? Oh, God. Even William Shatner's like, bro, Patrick, play Picard, dude. Why are you playing Patrick Stewart and fucking copying on my shit? Leave Khan alone. Leave Khan alone, all right? And at this point, leave all the original series characters. You know who they did get right? They did get Riker right, from season 1. I liked Riker. So if in season 3 we get plenty of Riker and less of Picard, all right, maybe.
You're just setting yourself up. Like, it's so funny to watch you, like, build up this hope. And
It's
it's like,
so
and I'm sitting over here just like, why?
Star Trek is about hope.
Yeah, but it's
about,
stupid.
It's about. But when it's in control by
The
incompetent people.
potential failure for season 3 is so much higher because there's so much more character love there.
Yeah.
Here, I don't give a fuck about any of these new characters.
Yeah.
They suck. I love these characters.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to do a love triangle with Beverly, Picard, and Laris?
No, I hope it's Worf, Riker, and Troy again.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Or they'll probably, or Beverly will come in and see Picard's in love with Laris, and she's like, whatever. And that's all they'll ever say about it. Or, oh, I married some person.
Third
and here's
time's a charm.
I found a new person. And have you seen Wesley? I'm still looking for Wesley. He won't visit or call his mother. He's so busy being this new traveler.
Oh,
He's
can't
got a
wait for
new
that
show.
spin-off series. That spin-off
After
series is going to be
Trek.
so good. It's going to be
That's
so
not a spin-off
good.
series.
Oh,
That's
it's
not
coming.
even in discussion.
Oh,
no,
you
it's
don't
not
think there's
happening.
a spin-off
No,
series with
there's not a
Sochi
spin-off
and
series.
Wesley
There's
coming?
Section 31 and there's Starfleet Academy.
I don't know what Section
There's-
31 is.
Section 31 is going to be Michelle Yeoh's series.
Oh, they're going to ruin Michelle Yeoh, too?
Yeah. And then
Oh, no.
there's Starfleet Academy. Nobody wants to see this shit.
Like, enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Why are we doing so many? Did you Strange New Worlds already has a season 2? They're already filming season 2
Jesus
for Strange
Christ.
New Worlds.
I'm all
There's got to be a
honestly,
company mandate.
I'm all like Star Trek now, man. I'm done.
That's because, Joe, you're watching shit Star Trek. We started you off. I cannot
I
believe
don't
I just
wanna watch
realized
anymore.
I just realized we
I don't.
literally started Joe on Star Trek Picard.
I've been
his
telling
Star
him for
Trek.
years, please watch TNG, and he keeps saying no.
And he's like, no.
He's like,
It's
nah, I
been
gotta
so
watch.
tainted
I gotta
now.
watch like Velasa Turkey Pastor #7,
It's
the
fucking
quick.
amazing.
I got to Joe a little bit. He was like, I don't want to watch Star Trek. I've never liked Star Trek. He always called it Trek of the Stars as a joke when I would force him to play games that had to do with Star Trek. But one day, he kind of broke a little bit, and we watched some episodes of Voyager together, and he goes, you know what? That was a
Yeah,
good
that
episode.
wasn't bad.
It's like, I could see watching this. And I was like, it gets better.
Voyager?
You should, yeah, well, at the time, I was going through Voyager, so I was like showing it. And fuck y'all, I like Voyager.
Voyager's great, but you start him on the good stuff to get him hooked.
Well, you know what?
No,
After this,
because
I
I want him to
nothing.
show that there is stuff that's even better than this out there, and have his own discovery, his own exploration. I don't want to show him the best episode, and then he goes, that wasn't that great, and it haven't been the best episode.
Let me
Then
kill him.
his
Well,
expectations.
I'm already at the bottom.
Setting
It
his
can't get any
expectations
worse.
was fucking smart.
Can't get
with
any
Voyager.
worse than this, right?
I'm going to Star Trek jail for starting Joe in Star Trek Picard in the full seasons that he's watched as Picard. And the writer should also go to jail for having done this to Star Trek. All right, guys. That's it.
Monstrosity.
Star Trek is dead.
Or is it? We're about to go watch another
We're
one.
about to watch Strange New Worlds next, guys. And RLM, you motherfuckers, Rich Evans, Mike, you better fucking watch season 3. If we have to watch season 3,
We don't
you
have to watch season 3.
We're watching season 3,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
That's on you.
No! We have a show to do. We have content to make, goddammit. And people need therapy, right? Put it in the comments that y'all need
Tell
our
us how much
therapy.
you love this
and
one.
then go and make RLM do it as well. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. We love y'all, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe show. Bye, guys.